Hi, and welcome to day 2 of my 7-day 2025 New Year's challenge. Today our focus is unwinding, and so we're going to be thinking a lot about the fascia. I won't go in too much detail into what the fascia is, but I definitely encourage you to do a little research on your own if you're interested. It touches every cell in the body. It's responsible for pain most of the time. It's the reason that we feel tight and experience pain when we're tight or we get injured, that sort of thing. And of course the nervous system plays into that too. But the fascia really is a huge part of all of that. And so we can think about our fascial system as one way we can think about it is it's sort of like a covering on our whole body. I mean, it goes into the body and through the body and around the body, but if you picture yourself almost being wrapped tight in saran wrap, right? And the more you move in different planes of motion, the more you're gonna stretch that saran wrap, you're gonna have more space to move and play, it's gonna be more comfortable, you're not gonna feel the restriction on your body. But if we engage in the same pattern of movement over and over and over and over and over again, and we're not going through a range of motion, the saran wrap is not going to get stretched out, and it may even get pulled tighter on our bodies, right? We're going to be kind of stuck in this mold, and that's uncomfortable. So as we move today, I want you to think about like stretching out that saran wrap, pushing and making space for your body. And so today's practice, once again, is not going to look like what you may typically experience when you go to a yoga class at a studio. It's going to be a little bit more free-flowing, and I really encourage you to, as always, listen to your body and find some movement that feels good to you. Some of today's class will ask you to improvise a little bit and kind of just go with what feels good in your body. So with that being said, we're going to start on our backs. So come to lie down. Knees can be straight or bent, but let's just do a little bit of grounding, feeling the mat or whatever it is that you are laying on, supporting your body, feeling the ground, supporting your weight. Allow your shoulders to relax. Move them down away from your ears. Maybe pick up your feet and then let them fall with a thud. Yeah, feel them heavy on the mat. Feel your hips heavy. Maybe wiggle them a little side to side to really feel your sacrum digging into the ground. Feel the back of your head on the ground. Your upper back. Notice how your body shifts and moves as you breathe. See if you can tap into a little subtle self-massage using the breath. So as you breathe, notice that your rib cage expands. Your body shifts a little bit, and notice that the skin that's touching the ground gets tugged on a little bit. That's some of the superficial fascia. So we're already starting to open and work our fascia just by lying on the ground and breathing deeply. On your next inhale, stretch the arms up overhead and the legs long. See if you can cultivate a yawn. Start to connect with that parasympathetic nervous system, turning off the stress response. Circling the feet and the hands, wiggling the fingers and the toes, envisioning yourself stretching out the saran wrap that you're wrapped up in. Stretching it, making space so that when you push in one direction and then come back, it's not clinging to your body anymore. You've created like this little pocket of space for yourself. And then just moving and stretching your arms and your legs out wide, however feels good. Maybe bringing the knees wide, bending the knees or keeping them straight. You might even start to lift your feet up into the air, stretching one leg and then the other, or maybe both. Feel that if you're like me, your calves and your hamstrings may be sort of tight. Lean into that, breathe into that. We're not holding it today, we're just moving through it. Good. And wherever you are, inhale and stretch your body open into a big star. And as you exhale, bring it all in tight to the middle. Good, and then inhale, stretch it out. And exhale, bring it all in, however feels good. And inhale, stretch it out. And exhale, bring it all in. Good. Hug your knees into your chest and start to rock a little side to side, massaging the body on the mat. Notice, just as we talked about a few moments ago, the skin starts to get pulled a little bit, and you're really working that superficial fascia. You can feel a little bit of a massage on the skin and that just top layer of flesh. Lift both legs up into the air. Good. Do some more circles with the feet. Wiggle the toes. Press the heels up towards the ceiling and press your bottom into the mat. Now tuck your chin. Really stretching into the back body, that whole line, that chain of fascia from the feet all the way up your back and over the top of your head. Making some space back there for you so that it's not tight and restrictive. You can stay there, or you can hug the knees back into the chest. Could also start to do some knee circles like I'm doing. Being very careful and mindful here if you are making knee circles to engage the core. Try to keep your low back close to the mat and your pelvis neutral. I'm gonna switch directions. Good. And now stretching the leg, or bringing the feet to the ground, stretching the arms up overhead. You're gonna go ahead and just roll onto your left side. Coming into sort of a fetal position, tuck it in tight. And then you're gonna inhale, stretch the right arm up overhead and allow that to open you back up. The leg can stay low or it can rise up towards the ceiling. Left leg follows, left arm follows, and we roll all the way over onto the right side. Good. Reach that left hand towards the far wall and then inhale, left arm reaches up over and pulls the body onto the right side, massaging the body, that top layer of skin and fascia on the ground. And then continuing with your own breath, changing it up as you go, however feels good. Pausing if you find a sticky spot. Finding new shapes that perhaps you don't find yourself in very often. This will allow you to really start to stretch and break open the mold that you may keep your body in, that you keep your fascia in, that restricts you and causes pain and discomfort. Continuing to roll side to side. You may even find yourself rolling all the way onto the belly if that feels good. Rocking the hips a little bit here. And continuing to roll. Taking some time to play. This is my favorite warm up for yoga before I do anything. I think we all benefit from a regular practice of rolling around on the ground. Wherever you are, start to make your way over onto your left side. Take a moment of pause. Curl up into a ball. And then we'll take the right hand to the ground and we're going to press ourselves up into a wide-legged seat. So we're wide-legged here. Good. We're going to take the right fingertips and reach towards the left foot and then allow the left hand to come all the way around. So we're making this beautiful wave. Right hand comes to the ground, left fingertips reach over towards the right, and then left fingertips come towards that opposite foot. We wave around, allow the head to fall if that feels good. Plant the left hand, right arm reaches up and over. And back around, waving. Let the right hand open up through the left. And once more. This time, pausing in the center. Planting the hands wherever is comfortable. I am not very flexible at the moment, or really ever, so I'm not going very far. But I'm going to find a comfortable spot where I feel just a gentle stretch. So I'm planting my hands, and then from here I'm going to engage my core to round my spine. I'm going to inhale and arch the back. So this is like a cat-cow if you've practiced that before. And exhale, round the spine, pushing into the mat. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Good, beautiful. Take the hands back up. We're going to bend the knees. Walk the feet in. We're going to take the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to fall outward. I'm going to turn so that you can see me better. Good. And from here, we're going to roll the shoulders up and back. Following the breath, so inhale up, exhale down. Good. Find some gentle circles with the neck. If this leg position is uncomfortable, you're welcome to sit in any position that feels good to you. You're also welcome to prop the hips up with a blanket or a pillow like we did yesterday to get them above the knees. Good. I'm going to go ahead and switch to an easy pose now. You're welcome to join me. And if you did just switch to an easy pose here, cross-legged, crisscross applesauce, go ahead and move the fleshy part of the buttocks out of the way, and then switch your legs so that the one that feels weird, the direction that feels weird is the direction you're sitting in. So usually I have my right leg in front. Now I'm gonna have my left leg in front because right now we're unwinding and we're breaking patterns. So here we are. Go ahead and plant the right hand down on the mat. Left arm reaches up and over. Good. Plant the left hand. Right arm reaches up and over. From here, we're going to raise right shoulder, right elbow, right hand, and reach. Good. Left shoulder, left elbow, left hand, and reach. Right shoulder, right elbow, left hand. This time really reach, allow the fingers to open wide, maybe the head comes. left shoulder, left elbow, hand, reach. Start to get the chest involved so it's a full body sway here. Good. Stretching that casing, the saran wrap casing, moving through the joints. Good. Stretching the neck as you go, allowing the head to be the last thing that comes up. Beautiful. And then start to make your wave smaller and smaller and smaller until you find stillness. Good. From here, we're going to bring the chest to the right, around the front, to the left, and back, so that we're using the core, we're engaging the core to make this movement happen. Just getting into some spaces in the back and the spine that maybe don't always get to move. Good, switching directions. Good, one more circle and then we'll meet at center. Great. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, right hand comes to the left knee. Left hand plants on the earth behind you, and we're going to twist. This time, keeping the right hand planted on your knee, you're going to come back to center, but bring the left arm around and cross it in front of you so that it's going and touching the opposite knee. Now, just like we did the cat-cow movement in our wide-legged seat, we're going to do that here. It may be a little bit smaller, but we're really going to get into some of that potentially tight fascia in the upper back. So you're going to exhale, engage the core, pull the belly in towards the spine to round the upper back, dropping the chin. And then inhale, you're going to belly, comes forward, and we arch the back, open up through the upper back. And exhale, round. Think of this movement really coming from the space between your shoulder blades. So it can be super subtle. Just really getting into that little bit of meat in there. Good. One more round. And then we'll meet at neutral. From here, you're going to inhale and lift the arms as if you're taking off a shark. So you're going to just drag the arms in this cross position up overhead. Inhale, 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 reaching up, looking up, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Feel the opening in the upper back, and then sigh it out as the hands come down. Beautiful. We're going to go to the other side. So go ahead and inhale, arms come up. Exhale, left hand plants on the right knee, right hand behind you, and we twist. Good. Keeping the left hand on the knee, coming back to center, raising that right arm up, and then bringing it to the left knee. And we're going to go through those little upper back cat-cows in this position. Exhaling as you round. And inhaling as you open the chest. One more cycle of breath here, and then we meet with a neutral spine. Inhale slowly like you're taking off a shirt. Elbows rise up overhead. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Engage the core. Tuck the neck, the chin. Reach for the sky. Maybe even look up between the hands, dropping the shoulders. Inhale as much air as you can. And then exhale, drop it down. Good. Take whatever movement is needed in the neck, the shoulders. Maybe shake out the hands. Good. We're going to take the right leg out long. Tuck the left foot into that right thigh. Point the right toes towards the sky. And then maybe start to do some circles with that foot. One way. And then the other. Good. Let's go ahead and inhale, arms come up overhead, toes point towards the sky, and you're just gonna gently fold over that leg. You might not get very far, I certainly don't, but just getting a little bit of stretch down the back of that leg. Good, maybe point the toes, see if that changes the sensation. Flex the toes, maybe rock the leg a little side to side. Great, and then coming back up to center, we're just gonna switch to the other side. Go ahead and inhale, and exhale, fold. Breathing into the sensation. Doing some circles if that feels good. Wiggling the toes, pointing and flexing the foot, maybe rocking the leg a little side to side, and coming up when you're ready. Beautiful. Take any other movement that you need before we come down into Shavasana, lying on the back. Tomorrow's practice will be focused more on building the foundation, building some strength from the ground up, some pelvic floor work, some deep core work. So it'll be a little different, and hopefully it will feel good after doing some of the unwinding that we did today. So go ahead and come on down onto your back. Finding whatever position feels good. Knees can be bent or straight. You can use props if you'd like. Find a comfortable lying position, or you can just lie down on your back. Notice if you feel any different than you did at the start of practice. Notice if you feel like you have any more space to move in. You've opened up the tight suit that you're living in, your bodysuit. Feeling the body heavy on the ground, supported. This is where we will end our practice today, I encourage you to stay as long as you can. For now, I will bring my hands to my heart. You're welcome to join me or stay still in Shavasana. Take a moment of gratitude for all of the practices, traditions, cultures, science that is incorporated into our practice today. And a moment of gratitude for yourself for showing up, taking this time. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow.